So lesson 1-1 is basically a problem solving plan. It's just to learn how to problem solve, how to go through when you have a word problem, to understand what the question is asking. So what facts do you know? Ask yourself, what do you need to find out? So just kind of getting an idea of what the question is. Then planning, so how are you going to do it? Are you going to solve it by working backwards? Are you just going to make a picture? Like, come up with an idea of how you're going to solve it. Go ahead and actually solve the problem then using your plan, and then you check your work to see, it doesn't make sense, because just because you get an answer doesn't necessarily mean that the answer is correct. And that's where a lot of students fall into a trap, because they think, oh, I got an answer, so I must be right, and it doesn't work out. So please make sure that you check your answer. Does it make sense? Is it reasonable? Always, always, always check your answer. So let's go ahead and go into a problem. It says, a tower of a free fall ride at an amusement park is 251 feet tall. The ride begins to free fall from 18.9 feet below the top of the tower, and the brakes are applied 41.4 feet from the bottom. How long is the free fall portion of the ride? So basically, how far are they free falling? So I am a picture person, so it doesn't have to be anything special. It just is a picture, just to help me kind of get an idea of what I'm doing. So it says a tower free fall amusement park ride is 251 feet. So if I were to just draw, just a line to represent the tower. Doesn't, like I said, it doesn't have to be anything special. So I have a tower here, and I know that the total feet for this tower, from top to bottom, that whole thing here, is 251.5 feet. Okay, so that's 251, that total distance. But then it says here that the ride begins a free fall 18.1 or 18.9 feet below the top of the tower. So below the top of the tower. So if this is the top of the tower, we need to come below that. So we need to come below the tower. So we'll say right about here, and that's going to be 18.9 feet. So this is where the ride starts. So we have that. And then it says the brakes are applied 41.4 feet from the bottom. So now we got, if this is the bottom, we need to come up. So maybe right about here, make it look reasonable. So this distance here is 41.4 feet, because this is where the brakes are applied before it has that chance to fall. So basically then everything in the middle, which is this portion right in here, is your free fall. So this is the free fall. So we need to figure out how much that is. So we can do an estimate real quick here. So we can estimate in 251.5, make easy numbers, we can say it's 250. So that's the total height of the entire thing. We know then that we need to subtract that top portion, because they don't start right at the tippity top. So 18.9 is close to 20, just to make easy numbers. So I'm going to subtract 20. So now I have 230 feet. But then I also have to subtract this bottom portion, because they're not falling all the way to the bottom of the tower. They have to break because they don't want to slam into the ground. So 41.4 feet is close to 40, so I'm going to subtract 40 feet, and I end up with 190 feet. So that's an estimate of how much they're free falling. Well, if we did it actually, then we need to use the actual numbers. So 251.5, and we're going to subtract 18.9, and we get 232.6 feet. Now we have to subtract the 41.4 feet from the bottom, and we get 191.2 feet for the free fall. And notice that our actual is very close to our estimate. So I feel that I did this problem correctly, because my estimate is actually pretty close to my actual. So I feel like I've done everything correct. So draw a picture, work backwards, estimate. Like, these are all problem solving strategies. All right, and the next one, Mel used half of her film to take pictures of her dog. Then she took 10 pictures of her cat. She has 14 exposures left before she runs out of film. For how many exposures was the film originally? So we need to know how many exposures were on the film before she started taking pictures. So this one I like because it's kind of like working backwards. First of all, again, I look for important key information, and I'm looking at this and I said, I think used half. So I'm thinking division when I use half. Then we know that she took 10 pictures of her cat, so we have to subtract 10 more. So she took 10 pictures of her cat, and then she also, she had 14 exposures left. So we know she didn't use those. So what we can do is we know she had 14 left. Let's start with the 14. Okay, we know she had 14 left. That's how many exposures at least she had, is at least 14. Now let's go backwards. So then she took 10 pictures of her cat. So if we're working backwards, when you take pictures, that would subtract it off of your total, but we're trying to find out how much was on there to begin with. So if she has 14 left, then what we want to do is we want to add 10 onto that to get to 24 exposures. Now, so then working backwards, it says she took half of her film was used on her dog. So if we use half of the film, normally that means divide by 2. Because half of the film we're going to take, we started with something, we took half of that. So if I started with 20, half of that is 10. If I started with 13, half of that is 6.5. If I started with whatever, take half of that and dividing. So what we want to do now is, though, because we're working backwards, the opposite of divide would mean to multiply by 2. So we're actually going to multiply by 2, and we get 48 exposures. So she actually had 48 exposures to start with on the film originally. So please make sure that, if you're working backwards, make sure that you look for your key information, make sure that you know how to do this. Draw a picture if you need to. But the whole point of problem solving is to find the key information and understand what it is that you're actually looking for, and not just jumping into a problem and just going about and doing it. And remember that just because you get an answer, it doesn't make sense. So with this one again, 48. She used half of her pictures on her dog. So if I take half of 48, that gave me 24. Then she took 10 pictures of her cat. So if she had 24 now, minus 10 pictures for her cat, that left her with 14 still left on her camera, which is what we had. So just make sure that you always check your answer to be sure. And the code word for today is green.